Hallo, it's Iliana here with Hidalgo. Wrong side, there, against the light. We are just back from Spain. It's almost November. It's October 30th today, Halloween tomorrow. And in Germany, or at least where we are right now, let's just say the little bit muddier season has begun. So I thought I'm going to talk to you today a little bit about, I don't know what I want to call it, if it's perspective taking, if it's the need of comfort. As you probably know, if you have been listening to this vlog for a little while, we recently moved. Our horses were in stables in a barn where I know from friends that are still there, the horses have not been out even in a paddock, I think for over a week now. And we decided we wanted to have our horses live outside again, which was a great idea in September, August, July. Axel is chasing something. What is Axel chasing? What do you have there? That's where's Axel? There's Axel. Axel found a piece of hoof and is rather pleased about it, which sort of fits right in there. Axel was not allowed to go to that barn really anymore because he's a big dog. Some people were afraid. I understand. He also tended to break into the trash bin of the previous owner there, so I totally understand. He's a bit of a high maintenance dog, but I think it was really clear right now from that little clip how happy he is here. And I think that is what I wanted to talk to you about today. Yes, I'm not particularly looking forward to going pick poo in this slush, but I'm gonna walk around now and have a chat with all the horses. Here's Hidalgo. Hidalgo was definitely outside before, but now he's standing under cover. I think he's rather happy. I'm gonna wade through the mud. It's really not that bad. It's a bit slushy, but it's really not so bad. It's just not as nice as it was before. There are Conky, Bribon and Ding Dong all peacefully standing at the hay. They have unlimited hay. To me, they look rather happy. And I think this is the important thing. You know, it's all a bit of a matter of perspective. Yes, the mud might not be quite as pleasant as not having to milk my horses. Here where it's the worst around the Raufe, it's a new Raufe, a new hay feeder. I just need to put a couple of paddock plates so that it's not quite as muddy where they always stand. There's Boo, nice and dirty. Don't expect him to look white till somewhere in spring, unless it gets dry and cold at some point. There's Helios, who finds my camera a bit scary. So then I'm gonna walk over here. This area, that's Zag standing right there. It's much less muddy. It's paddock mats underneath the sand. Hey Zag. I think Zag is looking rather happy too. Boo just, I think, got a bit of hay in his throat and is coughing. So what that tells me is, you know, there's rather easy ways to make this much easier here. Because here, I don't know if you can hear it on camera, but you know, it's definitely not muddy. It's a bit, you know, it's wet, but not muddy. And this is where the paddock mats are. Over there, it's muddier, so I just need to get a couple of paddock mats. But I think the important thing is the horses are happy. And yesterday we had friends over, which was totally nice because we could do absolutely what we wanted to do here. And the kids were playing in the rain on what they call the straw castle, which is, where is it? It's the hay that's behind me there somewhere. Helios stands in front of it. There. They were using the big haystacks as slides. So maybe sometimes a bit of discomfort in exchange for happy horses, happy dogs, happy kids is a good thing. And you know what? Oh, that's the other thing I want to do. I'm gonna go back through the mud because sometimes you just need to change your perspective a little bit. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna walk through our property right here once through the fence, and now I'm in the riding arena, which is still totally rideable, and all the tracks are. And if I now turn around, you'll see the pretty chestnut trees in the back, and that's pretty cool, isn't it? It's a just 180-degree turn in perspective, and suddenly everything looks pretty. So maybe I shouldn't focus on literally the poo to pick up, but maybe I should focus on, whoops, that afterwards I'm gonna get to ride out there, get either to ride under the chestnut trees or get to go in the forest, because out there it's really not a big deal at all. And if I'm just here back with Zag, who's enjoying his morning breakfast all by himself, I think those are happy pictures. I think the horses are happy, and I feel if we get horses and dogs, etc., etc., what we just really need to focus on is how can we set it up for them to be happy. And we need to make sure, I think that's a really important thing. Sometimes we assume they're uncomfortable when it's actually us that are uncomfortable. And horses are animals, and I think they're absolutely fine hanging outside. They're fine getting wet. We have blanketed ours because when we left, we thought, well, maybe better blanket them if it gets really cold suddenly. I don't want to bug the people that were super nice and said they're gonna help us pick poo and took really well care of our horses while we were gone. But there's horses in the pasture next door that have no blanket on, and they're just fine too. So with that, let us know what you're doing to make your horses happy. Are you able, look, there's Boo back there, I don't know if you see that. He's carrying the water trough around. It's not that, I don't know if you see it, it's not that he doesn't have water. He would just, I think he's showing me that he would rather like to drink out of that water than the big one over there that they have been ignoring, so they have a bit of a sense of humor. But anyway, let us know what you're doing, what you're sort of thinking, am I actually doing the right thing? But it might just be that it's you who's uncomfortable than the animal, and where you have realized where you maybe went a little bit against what you wanted to do or would have done if it was just about you, and it turned out just really well, and it turned out that the animals at the end of the day were just exponentially happier. And with that, there is the Zagster with his breakfast again, and we'll see you next time. Bye. I'm off now to pick some poo. Bye.